The Dr. Wilhelm Rolf, Richard Wharton, Syringe stopped Johnny DiMera, Carson Boatman, and Wendy Shin, Victoria Grace, on Thursday, November 17, while Rafe Hernandez, Galen Gehring, discovered Nicole Walker, Ariane Zucker, in Brady Black's, Eric Martsolf, arms. Here is how the DOOL drama ultimately turned out. Wendy in Jakarta put her anxiety down to Johnny's cold hands, but it was clear there was a brewing attraction. Johnny finished setting up Wendy's microphone for the expedition, but he was concerned that she may back out. Wendy, though, reassured Johnny that she would manage her anxiety and do the task. Wendy entered the lab and greeted Dr. Rolf while Johnny was still in the corridor recording the exchange. Wendy then asserted that she was sent by Li Shin, Remington Hoffman, to ensure that Dr. Rolf had everything he required and that she was fully aware of Stefan DiMera's, Brandon Barish, brainwashing. Wendy reassured Dr. Rolf that she was very close to her brother and that he had confided in her. Dr. Rolf was skeptical and expressed surprise that Lee had done so. Wendy was injected with a syringe by Dr. Rolf because he had a device that could detect the signal from her microphone and realized she was up to no good. Dr. Rolf gave Johnny an injection after Johnny discovered Wendy to be unconscious. That rendered Johnny and Wendy both unconscious on the ground. Dr. Rolf left a voicemail for Lee back in Salem, asking him not to tell Wendy anything in case she showed up unannounced. Lee's Wendy issue was discussed when Kristen DiMera, Stacey Hayduk, made an appearance in the town square. She pushed Lee to get his sister in line. While they were expressing their hatred for one another at DiMera Enterprises, Stefan was still holding Gabby Hernandez, Camila Banis, despite the fact that their body language suggested otherwise. Nadia Bjorland's character Chloe Lane informed Gabby that she now worked there because she appeared curious about what she had just walked into. Lee giving Chloe a promotion caught Gabby off guard, and she later displayed a sneak peek of her wedding invitation. Gabby questioned why Stefan bothered whether the wedding took place so soon because he was uncomfortable about it being on New Year's Eve. Since that was the day he arrived in Salem, Stefan acknowledged that it was significant for him. Stefan pretended like Gabby was the one shoving the wedding in his face, even though he didn't think that gave her enough time to prepare. In the end, Gabby learned that Stefan was now seeing Chloe, and she wasn't pleased. Nevertheless, Chloe tried to maintain calm by implying that everyone was moving on. Chloe questioned whether Stefan truly harbored nothing but anger for his ex after Gabby left. Stefan gave Chloe a kiss and assured her that she was the only woman for him. Gabby was perplexed when she saw Kristen and Lee together in the town square. Lee asserted that Kristen was attempting to reclaim her previous position, but he was powerless to assist as only E.J. DiMera's, Dan Feuerriegel, second in command. Gabby questioned Lee's sincerity after he pledged to help her get Gabby chic back and pretended that it would be simple to accomplish. Gabby accepted Lee's explanation that they were two totally distinct circumstances and inquired about the unreported Wendy drama. Gabby was perplexed by Lee's claims that Wendy was taking the day off because Wendy had earlier appeared to be so anxious to land the job. Lee noted that Wendy was full of surprises and that Gabby didn't know her as well as he did. Rafe imagined Nicole was now residing at Eric Brady's, Greg Vaughn, house at the bar in Thursday's episode of Days, so he offered her laptop for work and snapped at Eric. Rafe questioned whether he was missing something after Eric acknowledged he hadn't seen Nicole since last night. Eric was forced to reveal Jada Hunter's, Elia Cantu, pregnancy as a result, but when Jada showed up, she wasn't happy about the secret spillage. Jada yelled at her boss about Eric blabbing and made it plain that she didn't want to work with him anymore. Eric told Jada in private that it was her body and her decision, but he also said that he had always wanted a family and would support her if she chose this particular child. On Thursday's Days episode, Nicole told Brady at Basic Black about leaving Rafe for Eric and then learning Jada was expecting. Nicole then assumed Eric would stay with Jada, but Brady didn't seem to be as certain and gave Nicole some encouragement. When Rafe arrived, he discovered Nicole in Brady's arms and pretended that she had moved on with another ex as a result of the news that Jada was pregnant. Rafe didn't care what Nicole did as long as she didn't come running back to him, despite Nicole's insistence that Brady was being a good friend. Keep an eye on Days of Our Lives since teasers indicate Nicole will continue to face with issues. For amazing Days of Our Lives spoilers, news, and updates, check back frequently at CDL.